Hello, this is Josh Burns, and I'm here to do my video on the book I read. It is called Where the Wild Things Are, and the author is Maurice Sendak, and it was published in 1963. In this book, the main character was a young kid named Max, and one night at home, he put his wolf suit on and was just running around the house causing all kinds of mischief. And his mom, he said, Max, his mom called him a wild thing. And when she called him a wild thing, he told her that he would eat her up. So she sent him to bed with no dinner that night. As he went to bed, he started dreaming, and he had a whole forest start growing in his room. It started with trees, and then it grew all the way with trees and vines, and it just became an entire forest in his room that night. And also there was an ocean there. And not only was the ocean there, a boat appeared there for him so he could sail off. So he ended up sailing on the boat for what he thought was days, and then days turned into weeks, and then weeks turned into what he thought was a whole year. And once he sailed away, he sailed to a little island, and there was these what he called wild things there. And once he got there, they all roared and snarled and showed their claws and their big yellow eyes at him, trying to scare him away. And he ended up staring back into their big yellow eyes and somehow taming them. And they basically, named him the king of their little tribe or whatever, or their island. And they called him the wildest thing of them all. Well, as he was there with them, they danced and they climbed trees, and, he rode around on their back, and they had him in a little crown like he was a king, and, they called him the wildest thing of them all, So at the end of that, Max ended up sending the wild things to bed with no dinner. And as he did that, he became very lonely. So as he was sitting there, he thought he smelled something really good. So he ended up getting back on his boat because he wanted to go back somewhere where he wasn't so lonely. Well, when he got back on his boat, the wild things, they snarled and showed their claws and their teeth again, telling Max, don't leave because you're the king, you're the wildest thing of them all. And, so he ended up getting back in his boat, and he started sailing again for what he thought was days, and then days turned into weeks again, and then what he thought was another year. And he sailed all the way back to, his room, where he wakes up and there's dinner waiting on him. And as he goes to get his dinner, it's still hot. I just thought it was a really good little story because, it shows you the power of a child's imagination, and also, something simple that it could show a kid that, their parents are always going to be there for them no matter what. So overall, I thought it was a good book. Thank you.